Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson, your auntie of pop culture, Auntie Ginger, Latoya Charleston, Chocolate Divinity. Dex is in here.
Yes.
But we have a song. We're going to go back to 1973.
Yes.
Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr.
Okay.
Topped the charts with this one.
Okay, let's go.
You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. Dexter made headlines last night with a story about Spike Lee, Madison Square Garden, New York Knicks. Dex, talk about it. What happened?
So yesterday I was sitting home minding my business and I was sent a video, and it was a video of Spike Lee trying to enter the Madison Square Garden. So I'm like, okay, like this is interesting. Looks a little crazy here. So I posted it on my blog, on my podcast page, Bro Talk Live, and it just picked up. Like so many people were like, what's going on with this? And they started getting retweets and stuff like that. Then Michael Rappaport and Jamel Hill, like all these people started retweeting it and like, what's going on with Spike Lee? So what we put in there was that Spike Lee was trying to enter through the employee entrance, and they told him no. And then he was like, I know this is James Dolan, like the Madison Square Garden CEO. I know this is coming from him, so forth and so on. So then fast forward a couple hours or minutes or whatever, Spike Lee's sitting in his seats. People coming to us, you guys are liars. Spike's sitting in his seat. This never happened, so forth and so on. This morning, Spike Lee goes on ESPN's First Take, and he says, nope. This is exactly what happened. Like I was disrespected. I've been a longtime fan of the Knicks. Like, I spent a lot of money on these seats. Yeah. And I won't be attending games for the rest of the season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sound like
he pays a lot of money. If you're sitting courtside basketball, that's somebody's salary. Yeah. It costs money. That is a privileged seat that you pay for. Yep. So the bigger issue is, will he re-up for next year? So he already paid for them tickets.
Yeah. He might not, especially if they continue to suck. Now, he was a lifelong fan.
Oh my gosh.
It didn't even matter.
He would taunt other players and because he had such excellent seats, but they need to get that up.
I feel like what happened, Dolan, that's his name?
Dolan?
Yeah. They must have saw that video going viral and was like, oh, no problem.
And I'm not bragging, but the video got over 1 million views in less than 24
hours. Go
ahead, Dex. Wow.
Bro Talk Live.
So, are you going to forget about us a little?
No, I got to be here with you guys. You're teaching me the tricks of the trade.
I mean, you might do a Mariah Carey.
I don't know Mariah Carey
that.
I don't know her.
Who?
When Mariah Carey does that, it's
funny.
It's so funny. It's epic.
He said, you don't know Jennifer Lopez?
Poor J-Lo, though.
I don't know her.
Poor J-Lo.
I've never met. I don't know her.
Speaking of Jennifer Lopez, she said that she felt snubbed by the Oscars and that she felt that she let her fans down because she didn't get nominated for her role in Hustlers.
Her kids? She let them
her fans.
The
two kids. This is why Mariah be like, I don't know her. You be pulling stunts. Like, we love you, J-Lo. We love you. But we don't care that you didn't win the Oscar for Hustlers. We didn't expect
Hustlers.
it.
Thank you. Honestly, for that to even be in the conversation was Mike Tyson. It was just ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
Now, speaking of Mike Tyson, look at us with the segues. Mike Tyson has a podcast called Hot Box Podcast. He says he feels empty without boxing. Are you surprised? I think it's something that athletes go through. It's like when some athletes won't get out the game or won't stop. I saw a documentary on Muhammad Ali, right?
Yeah.
He fought about 7 fights too many. When they started seeing that there was something going on, they should have pulled him out. But nope, he was pushed out there for money. And he did about 7 fights. Too many.
That's a shame.
Do you think most athletes go through?
I would say so. You spend your entire life
to
be built up to become this unstoppable machine. And then when it's taken from you and you can't do it anymore, Lord, where's my purpose?
Yeah.
And yes, Mike has other things. He has the weed business. Please drop us off some samples here. 111 president. Because you matter to us. So that, I know he was doing the pigeon flipping thing. That show didn't work out the greatest. So I feel like he's just really trying to find his footing in life.
He did with the weed.
Yes,
He got weed.
We're here for you.
It's
We
just
love
that
you.
I don't think it's like the weed isn't making him like that star. It's not giving him that attention. That
Yeah.
he used to get. It reminds me of Hulk Hogan. Like Hulk Hogan won't go away. Like we literally can turn on wrestling and Hulk Hogan pops up and it's like you're not even an attraction anymore. Like you can't even walk. Like just look. Like find something else. And I really love that Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade like they're starting this trend of like showing like there's more to life outside of the sport. And I think more athletes should follow that.
Yes.
Well, we're going to segue to another sports story. LeBron James, he just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with AT&T. He's getting those coins. But he was recently criticized, and I could for the writer that he's being criticized for being a mentor to the young players. Like he's too buddy-buddy with a Zion Williamson and some of the other young players that come into the league. This is what LeBron is supposed to do.
Yes.
He's already reached that level of greatness in the game. He is supposed to be a mentor to these younger ones coming up.
I think they look at it from like a sports perspective, like you're supposed to be their competitor, like you're supposed to make them better because you didn't see Michael Jordan doing stuff like this. So now like going forward, like with these new people, they're like, this is important to make sure these guys are okay now and afterwards or whatever.
Exactly.
I think we're progressing and you have to let athletes progress as well.
And to be honest, it's a very small niche career that they in, far and few between. So no, this is a brothership. We need to take care of each other. The babies coming up and the older ones leaving.
They're competitors. It didn't stop LeBron from whipping the Pelicans the other night, but he can embrace. I wish there were more things when the young men get into the business, all that money, so they can be warned of the women and the cars and the overspending and the babies. Because once your career ends, your money, it dries up if you don't know how to make your money grow. And if you got 1,000 kids, you still got to pay that child support, even if you're not in the sport anymore. So I think a lot of them need to be. They need to be mentored. You need to watch your drug use, watch your weed use, watch it with these hoochies. You just need that person to,
just walk that path that you're trying to get.
Exactly. Like you got like a million hits things, Dex. I'm here to advise you.
Yeah.
Because when Spike puts you in his next movie,
I'm
coming too.
Yes.
I'm coming too. I'm coming.
That's like, we here for you, Spike.
We're like, but we're a team.
Yeah. We knew they did you dirty. That's why I put it out there.
And that's why we be singing. And wait, I smoke.
Yes.
Look, this is Patty's audition. Do the right thing too.
This is do the right thing too.
What? You Rosie Perez? Rosie Perez smoked.
The new one does.
The new one.
Rosie Perez.
The new one.
Okay.
These pictures on the wall. I don't see no blacks on the wall.
Such a classic movie. I love it. That's gonna be ready on Raheem.
It was, yes.
I'm gonna be with poor God rest his soul.
I know.
What was his
the
name?
actor?
God, the comedian.
About,
No, not Rudy Ray Moore.
No.
Bebe's Kids. Who did Bebe's Kids? I'm Robin Harris, the girl.
Where'd you get Rudy Ray Moore from?
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They both did.
real Dexter.
They both did.
Tyler Perry, he said there was no foul play in the death of his nephew. He, went and had a second autopsy. Yeah. His nephew was in jail for killing his father in front of his mother, got sentenced to 20 years, and the young man committed suicide. Chuck D has responded, and I think he was talking to me.
You missed that Patty Jackson in the fine print.
Chuck D says the Flavor Flav wasn't kicked out over politics, his refusal to support Bernie Sanders. Okay. He says that Flav has been on suspension since 2016 when he missed the benefit for Harry Belafonte, who was 93.
That was it. That was the limit.
He's been missing gigs. He chooses partying over work. They've been doing shows without him. And then Chuck said, it's time to move on.
Flav is 65. What party he going to? Sir. All them kids and grandkids.
Probably in Vegas. In Vegas, he's such an attraction. Like, if he's in Vegas, like, they act like he's like...
So he's the naked cowboy in Vegas?
He's the naked, yes. I love it, Flav in Vegas.
Chuck, was that message for me? Because,
it wasn't just that. But that would be like, if you've been out of the group since 2016.
Well, I said you can't really be mad at him over this Bernie Sanders thing.
Yeah.
The 30-minute speech at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Steven Spielberg, Oprah Winfrey, they were in the audience like this.
What's happening?
You still up there?
It was. He talked for 25 to 30
That
minutes.
must have been the last hurrah.
And
That's really when they drew the line.
And they kind of banned rap groups ever since. Thank God Biggie is getting it
I know.
in May. But Flav has been doing things. Rehab, jail, for reality shows. I mean, so it wasn't
People got
just
money.
over politics. They had kicked him out. And Chuck, I felt that you were talking to me when you said it's time to move on. I'm in my feelings. I felt that. I felt that. I said, was he talking to me?
Well, I think there's this connection. Like, Flav was always there, but enough is enough.
Chuck!
True.
Chuck!
Enough. You don't worry. When they come to the Dell, you can do the Chuck.
Okay. You come to
And do
Philly
them.
and do that. And sing Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
He's going to ask how I know this. I wanted to be either Frida Payne
Okay.
or Marilyn McCoo.
That is funny.
Could you sing?
Of course not. This is what I'm talking. But Marilyn McCoo had a song last night. I didn't get to sleep at all. And one less bow to answer.
Now, what's this?
One less egg to fry. The man leaves.
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
So you're like,
Do your cigarette.
one
You do it.
less. Okay.
Sick of him.
One less bell to answer.
Bell.
One less egg to fry. You left
He only
me.
want one egg.
And now he wasn't hungry.
I'm not in the bell. What was he ringing the bell? Was you a servant?
The
Girl,
bell.
come on.
No.
doorbell, like he
The
can't come over.
doorbell. He's not going to come
What you
over.
be doing at home to
And
a
I don't have to. I don't have to cook as much breakfast. I don't have to put all these eggs out because he ain't coming back because he left me. And I'm still feeling the effects of this.
So she lost her man, and the first thing she thinks is, "Damn, I'm gonna save money on groceries."
Eating you out of the house and home. Don't they do it? Come in here. I'm sick of it.
But I
and don't
love-
be ringing my bell.
I love Marilyn McCoo and Frida Payne. I
Love it.
did.
You in this music history lesson.
I know, and
Thank
it
you
just
for
comes right
opening
off
our
the top,
eyes.
like,
Yes.
I hear songs and I could say, I was in the car, somebody played the Jets. You got it all over him. I said, 1986.
Wow.
I do. You know why? Because I've been doing this for a long
Yeah.
time.
That's true. Yeah.
That's why.
It's in your spirit,
It's
your
in-
soul,
it's
your
in-
blood.
in my
It's in the
blood.
blood.
You can't teach that.
And
Yeah.
I'm a Miss Flavor Flav.
All right, let's have him come here. Let's have him come here with you and work with you.
Co-host the show with you. He'll be up here talking all day. You'll be like, "Play, my shift is over."
Shut up. Sick of him. She'll be like, DC, get him.
Get him.
Put him on with somebody else.
Yes.
Overnight.
He's on suspension.
It's not cute.
Not knowing.
Thank you so much for joining us. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. We love to make you laugh. Dexter, million views.
Yes.
Congratulations, Dex Stuckey. That's where you can find him. And Bro Talk Live is your podcast. Where can you find it?
You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts, Bro Talk Live. We have a YouTube page too, so if you just type in Bro Talk Live, you can subscribe there.
Okay. Chocolate Divinity
Chocolate
everywhere
Divinity.
I go.
Yeah.
Chocolate.divinity. We're chocolate. I was in church last night. We're chocolate. Oh, yeah, they were asking for you. The ladies are asking for you.
I love
Have
y'all.
a great one, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, bye.